Hello, dear viewers. This is the United Countries special. We broadcast from the studio of National Television Company of Ukraine. This is a volunteers project. Our broadcasting is available in satellite and digital networks. Detailed information how to watch us can be obtained from the website www.firstua.com. Let me introduce you with the special guest of our studio right today. This is Olena Karpenko. Her stage name is Solomia. She is a singer, musician, songwriter, and what else? I don't know what else, but many other stage functionality. And Boris Korenkov. He's a landscape designer who works both in Ukraine and the United States, in Texas, where exactly he will explain right now. Okay, let's talk about what are you doing, especially in Ukraine. What is your functionality as an artist, Olena? Do you sing? Do you write songs? What else? What else you do?
I have two educations. First of my education is a journalist, and the second is singer. But mostly I work as a singer-songwriter, and also I'm a poet.
So the artistic functionality prevailed on the journalistic one?
100%, yes. You know, journalism is also a creative profession, but anyway, I can't see myself and feel myself outside of music and writing and composing. I composed already 4 books and 3 CDs of my songs. Well, in my creativity I use different musical styles. Originally I have a classical opera sound, an opera voice, which I was taught in the Conservatoire of Kiev. But then I tried to experiment, and while I was writing in different musical styles, I was experimenting with my voice, from rock to folk to jazz and blues, and classical style as well. So for now I have a disc of songs in rock, a disc of in jazz, and a disc of songs for children.
Okay.
And 3 books of poetry, and a book of, let's say, it was
so
a very...
you are a poet as well?
Yes, I'm a poet.
Unexpectedly.
3 books of poetry. One of them will be published just, in a meanwhile. The last one, and
Is these books in Ukrainian or in English?
All of them are on Ukrainian. And back in 2007, I won the very prestigious Pan-Ukrainian contest on literature. As it was my scientific work was when I was graduating from the Kiev-Mohyla Academy with the journalist specialization. I composed a work devoted to the mind manipulation in mass media. So
okay, we'll talk about it.
Actually, it was not a book, it was my diploma, but I brought it to the Pan-Ukrainian contest, and it won there. So it was published as a monograph, Trojan horses of the TV advertisement, language manipulations. So I'm a both musician and a poet and a writer.
Let me just summarize. So you studied music theory at conservatory?
Not theory, but practice.
Practice in Kiev?
In Kiev, yes.
In Kievan Conservatory?
Yes.
You studied journalism at Kiev-Mohyla Academy in Kiev?
Exactly.
And what else?
it was a master program in Kiev-Mihail Academy journalism,
Okay.
and before that it was a bachelor program in humanitarian studies.
And that within one life?
Exactly, and
Just
I'm
a
still, you
single
know,
life?
not bad, you know, in my rights.
Or perhaps it was in the previous reincarnation.
Reincarnation, maybe.
It's amazing, absolutely amazing. So, what about your song? May I call you Solomia using
Sure,
your stage
it is
name?
my stage name, yeah. I'm accustomed to it.
Okay, so do you sing in Ukraine or anywhere abroad?
Well, I used to travel, and most of my creative work lies out of Ukraine. During my visit to the United States, I met George Bush, the President of the United States at that moment, and gave him my disc. So he has it. Then in the United States...
What was the purpose of this visit?
It was a humanitarian purpose. When Yushchenko was the president, there was a humanitarian program held in order to help the medical care of Ukraine, and I was the one, you know, a culture point for this program, you know, who was representing Ukraine as well.
Did you sing for George Bush?
No, he was not that much lucky, you know.
Something like that.
Exactly.
Can you tell about your songs just dedicated to Euromaidan?
Well, there were no songs actually dedicated to Euromaidan.
But it appeared within the Euromaidan process.
Well, one of the basic songs of the Orange Revolution was a song of mine called "Funambulist." It's a rock song with a, you know, quite a powerful lyrics, which is there is an image of a funambulist who is following his way, which is very, you know, complicated, which is which has lots of difficulties in it, but he needs to keep the balance. He needs to keep the balance, and that's the point of this song: keep the balance, keep the balance. And also, this song was rotated during the Euromaidan, as far as, you know, it's music. It is music. And as well, I performed some songs for Euromaidan, and but most part of my work was, you know, initiative it. What I helped with all I could. If I could sing, I did. If I could help to give some help to guys in hospital, I did, and I went there.
Okay.
If I could bring some food or clothes, I just did that. If I needed to, if I could give some place to rest to people from the Maidan, I did. So, you know, and I felt I'm not alone about that. I always felt the help and the shoulder of my family in that, because my parents always were in Maidan, and they were always helping, and, you know, did whatever they could. And we felt that we're not the only ones to do that. That whole country is rising and get, you know, strengthening and helping with everything possible to this moment. It is a very complicated, very powerful, and I should say undepictable feeling when you think that you can do something, and whatever you do, it is needed. I did also some computer work for Euromaidan, you know, controlling and let's say focusing some things, like as a journalist, and lots of people thanked for that, and I felt, well, yes, in normal life I'm a musician. In normal life my parents are retired, but in a very high point of the spirit which country has now. We can help, and we can do things which are maybe not familiar for us. It's not the everyday things, but everyone does that, and that is amazing. When you come to Maidan and you see crowds, thousands of people smiling and doing something not for them, but for a person next to him, and that's how you have everything. You're thirsty or you're hungry. You have food. You have water. You have you are cold, and you can get the clothes. It is it is amazing feeling. It is like I should say it's a feeling from a fairy tale when you used to be at some fairy tales in childhood when parents said, and when they united their forces, they did a big job. So, at this point, the page is gone, and you close the book and say, okay, the next fairy tale must start from something different. And anyway, it will finish with words about that all those people, all those characters did something together and they won. That is the feeling from the fairy tale. And you read this last page for every day, and you're even accustomed to live in it. I should say my romantic feeling about that, as far as I'm an artist, I must be romantic, is that I don't want to have this fairy tale stopped, because it is an amazing feeling when people believe in themselves, and the whole country believes in the forces of ordinary people. I believe in you, you believe in me. This must not stop.
May I get some more information on your special artistic activity?
Sure.
in the Euromaidan? How many times you performed on the stage of Euromaidan?
I can't say. I don't know.
You don't remember?
I don't know. I may say that, every time I perform somewhere abroad, I say about Ukraine. I introduce Ukraine, and, well, I know that you always personalize a certain country. When you think of France, you usually imagine, some French, someone whom you know. When you think of the United States, you think of a particular person from the United States. So you're, personalizing. And this moment, I feel it is very important, being a person of Ukraine. So when I go abroad and when I perform there, I usually used to say lots of, poems, things on my concerts about Ukraine, so that people would not only listen to the music and look at me, but also get a certain spot of spirit of Ukraine, so that they would leave with a feeling that they could catch the idea of Ukraine in some way. That was one of the maybe crucial points for me when I was. When I performed a solo concert, being introduced by the head of the European Council in Strasbourg. It was a period of time when Ukraine celebrated its anniversary of independence, 20th anniversary. And I was invited to perform a solo concert in Strasbourg for the top diplomats of Europe, of Euro Council, of the European Court and Europarliament, and as well ministers and ambassadors over there. It was just grand piano, me singing, and an audience of top diplomats of Europe. Of course, I was frightened, but then I felt, my position at this moment, that it's not the thing that I should worry about. I'm bringing Ukraine to them now, right in this moment. And what should I do? I would place some love, I hope, to Ukraine, to their hearts, by means of music, by means of singing, playing, and by means of, selling and delivering some emotions to them.
Great. Well, so many times mentioned about Solomia's songs, and it seems to me this is the high time to watch one of the videos on this Solomia's artistic activity. Please watch.
There's nothing I could say to you, nothing I could ever do to make you see what you mean to me. All the pain, the tears I cried, still I never said goodbye. And now I know how far you'd go. I know I let you down, but it's not like that now. This time I'll never let you go. I will be all that you want and get myself together, 'cause you keep me from falling apart. All my life I'll be with you forever to get you through the day and make everything okay.
Absolutely fantastic voice. What about this song? It was written by you, completely by you?
Frankly speaking, it's one of my cover songs now. It's about Avril Lavigne. Frankly speaking, I was a bit surprised by the choice of the channel.
Yeah.
It's not my song. It's Avril Lavigne's song.
Okay, what about your songs? So you write words, poetry,
Yes,
you
yes.
write music.
Yes, I do. Completely everything. And in my practice, I used to compose both lyrics and music. And it's quite, I know it's quite rare quality, but anyway, I hear lyrics together with music going together at the same time, so that I take something like 15, 20 minutes to compose a song, just to write it down, actually. It does not take, a month to create lyrics and then 2 months to create the music.
What's your favorite song written by you completely?
Last one, always.
Last one?
Always. It is the last one, yeah.
Would you mind to sing it a cappella right now?
Oh, well, if...
Ready?
If
we're listening to a cappella music.
Well, if singing a cappella, I would make a choice for the folk song, Ukrainian folk song in Ukrainian, so that our American viewers would feel the Ukrainian language. Well,
Dear American and Canadian viewers, this one is especially for you.
Шумлять верби, що я насадила, нема то козаченька, що я полюбила. Ой, немає та й не буде, поїхав за Десну. Сказав Росла, росла дівчинонька, тайно перестала, ждала, ждала, козаченька, та й плакати стала. Ой, не плачте, карі очі, така ж ваша доля. Полюбила козаченька, при місяці стоя.
Дякую. Thank you.
Absolutely fantastic. This is a Ukrainian song about love and tears. Love is, as a matter of fact, always with tears.
Absolutely.
Especially this love is in Kazakhstan.
And with music.
So that was especially for our American and Canadian viewers. Visit Ukraine and listen to our music by yourself. That's absolutely amazing for me as well. Solomia, so the tears, I cannot stop my tears. Tell us, please, what do you expect? What do you expect as a consequence of Euromaidan in social aspect, in cultural aspect, in intercommunications aspect? What do you expect to see in the people of Ukraine afterwards?
Well, when everything started, I said to myself that one day Yanukovych, who is a former president of Ukraine, will bring Ukraine to Europe. And today it's a remarkable day, a special day for all Ukraine, because the political part of the European integration already was signed today. So that already happened. The second thing, which I said to myself some time ago, was that Putin will unite the Ukrainian nation. And now I see it happened, because you may, not like your neighbor and co-worker or whatever, but when you feel yourself Ukrainian and you stand together against the danger, that is absolutely different feeling. You feel united. You feel one, being the part of one nation, being a drop in the ocean. And you feel that the wave of this ocean may make changes. And what is happening now? The song of the year in Ukraine is the national anthem. Everyone sings it in big crowds, not only in Maidan, in the subway, in military units, in villages and small towns where nothing like that could be imagined, a few months ago. It's an amazing raise of the national spirit, national consciousness and subconsciousness maybe. People want freedom, people want truth, and they feel that what they do has the result.
As we put in Ukraine, that Euromaidan is actually not about Europe, but about the freedom, against corruption, against against the blocking of social elevators. It's against the blocking of freedom of mass media, and etc., etc. So do you see the results of these processes against and processes pro? Can you mention about some of them? What do you see around you right now?
Well, I see there is a big change happened for previous few months. I can't say we swept over the corruption or social lifts, elevators, or whatever it is. But people feel that they may influence. What happened in Ukraine is that one politicians changed other politicians, but there is a third power, I should say. The third power, which was absolutely shaded for all these long years of the independence of Ukraine. This shaded power is nation itself. We can go outside, we can put a tent, we can sing a song, and we can let them somewhere up understand what is our position and what do we want.
So you have noticed the fundamental exchanges.
Fundamental change is maybe more psychological than political. I should say that in a political way we would and we will have lots of problems, despite we already signed the political union with the European Union.
Should it be our way to democracy?
Well, it's an interesting and very controversial question, because the democracy is in the blood of Ukrainian nation. It is a very, very, powerful tradition, severe tradition of back in time. I have no idea if our foreign viewers have an idea about that, but the first constitution ever was written here in Ukraine. It is older than the American one, and it declared actually the same ideas of liberty. It was the Kazakh time in Ukraine, and it was the first country ever which declared that it is free and people have a freedom to choose. It is very important that I should say never this land had a king or whatever it is, a monarchy, monarchy which is inherited power. Mostly the rulers were chosen, and that is the idea of democracy. It was they were chosen by the council of the oldest people and the wisest people of the nation. And as far as time flows, now we can see that we just need to return to our important and deep tradition, to dictate, I should say, to people who are our employers, who are politicians. What do people want to do, to see, and what documents do they want to be signed?
So you believe in the historical roots as a foundation of Ukrainian nation?
I should say it's not a belief. It's it's something deeper. People who are brought up here have a certain vaccine of freedom in their blood.
Solomia's song. I picked up from your portfolio one more song, Reason to Overcome. Can you just tell about a couple of words? What is this song about? I would like you to watch it at the end of the program.
Well, this song is very special for me. I composed it when I was deeply in love, and I felt that there is a problem because there is a very big distance between me and the man whom I love. And there is a silence, a certain silence which is given by the space to me, and I need to fill up this silence. And the main maybe point, it's one of the crucial songs of mine. Main point maybe from there is I must turn the silence into an art. And that is my choice in my life, that whatever happens, whatever negative or positive comes to my life, I need, live through it and distill, make art from everything what comes.
Amazing. Thanks for your story, Solomia. I'm just reminding that it was Olena Karpenko. Her stage name is Solomia. She is a singer, musician, a journalist, a poet, absolutely ingenious person, open-minded person, a beautiful woman. Let's watch the last video of our program. This song, The Reason to Overcome.
Into the mirror as it reflects my soul, my love reduced to zero, all what I knew before. I look into the mirror as it reflects my soul, my love reduced to zero, what I knew before. I look into my world not because we're apart. The moon already died twice, but not love in my heart. I'll overcome the distance, I'll overcome the time, escaping from the prison of my mind. I'll overcome the distance, I'll overcome the time. Love is the only reason to overcome. I squeezed my thoughts and feelings into the fist of will. My waiting was so thrilling until it turned into a skill. My thoughts, my random feelings are transformed by time to art. love's best among my winnings, a winning of my heart. I'll recount the distance, I'll recount the time, escaping from the prison of my mind. I'll recount the distance, I'll recount the time. Love is the only reason to overcome. I'll recount the distance, I'll recount the time, escaping from the prison of my mind. I'll recount the distance, I'll recount the time. Love only has the power to overcome, to into the mirror as it reflects my soul. Reduced to zero, all what I knew before. All what I knew before. All what I knew.
We'll be back to our show, The United Country, very soon. Thanks for watching our show. I'm just reminding you that this is the Volunteers Project broadcasted from the National Television Company of Ukraine studio. The detailed information how to watch us can be obtained from the website www.firstuacom.com. We'll be back. Thank you.